Guess who got her gallery wall up? Welcome back. I never say that. We're doing a favorites video today. I'm gonna start off with these sunglasses, and they're the ones from LYFT times Adam Selman. I've been seeing these everywhere. I've had my eye on them for the longest time, but every time I decided to buy them, they were sold out. So as soon as I got the email that they were restocked, I just jumped the gun and bought them. But they're these sunglasses, and I'm sure you've probably seen these all over social media because they are quite a popular pair of sunglasses. But Adam Selman is a women's wear designer from Texas, and he is the man or the stylist responsible for all of the amazing looks served by Rihanna. I picked them up for my mom because I have my stuff shipped over. I have my stuff shipped over there now because, you know, the package thief, if you watch my last AM with Amy. And I put them on and I was like, Mom,
do I look like a cool girl? Do I look cool yet? Do I look cool?
And she was just like, yeah. I can tell you that these are made out of acetate and they're smoke lenses. I don't really know what that means. Oh, also, by the way, I have pimple patches on my cheeks right now. So if you see a shiny reflective sticker, that's what that is. My skin has been abnormally nice to me besides these two breakouts, so I really wanted to make sure they healed correctly, so I went on camera with my pimple patches. But anyways, these are about $120, which is expensive, but they're a pair of designer glasses and they're really durable and they're quality pieces. But I'm gonna just be real with you about these because I want it to be cool. Topshop I think does like a knockoff version of it for 40 bucks, but that too was also very sold out. And these are called the Lolita glasses. I'll have a link to them down below if you want to check them out. They come in red and a clear, I believe. Yeah. I want to talk about these babies, and these are just some gold statement hoop earrings. I'm sure you've seen these pretty much everywhere. They've been trending a lot. I like how huge and statement they are, but my favorite thing about these specific pair, or this specific pair, is that it looks really heavy, but it's actually really quite light, and it's really great on the ears. My ears are pierced quite low, and so having heavy earrings gives me anxiety that my ear is gonna rip. I like these because they're super lightweight, and these are from Adornmonde, and Adornmonde makes such quality earrings. Their designs are amazing, so I'm a huge fan of Adornmonde. I'm wearing them right now here, so you guys know, but gold statement earrings, huge favorite. I tried this on for the first time in my AM with Amy this month, and ever since then I've been wearing it non-stop. It smells like citrus, and I love the color. I mainly love the color, and the formula is just a bonus, so there's that. How I store my jewelry is a very big catalyst or impediment to whether or not I'm going to wear the jewelry. So for a long time I wasn't wearing any of my jewelry, or it was just very hard to because I was storing it so completely whack. I got this tree necklace holder, but I put my earrings, I put my chokers, I put everything on it. I got it from Amazon. It's a life changer. It's also really pretty, super tall, so beware of that. It's probably about yay big. It's pretty big. So that's been a game changer. I wanted to quickly mention that. Moving on into media favorites, I want to talk about a book, and I know it's going to be a bit controversial for some of you, and I know exactly why, but this is Lean In by Sheryl Sandberg. She is the female COO of Facebook, not the CEO. That's still Mark Zuckerberg, but it's basically just like a modern feminist manifesto. It's an international bestseller, and it's women, work, and the will to lead. My main problem with this is the lack of intersectionality. For example, it fails to mention that women of color have always had to metaphorically lean in. My mother never had the option to stay at home or be a part of the cult of domesticity, as they would call it. A lot of women had to go straight to work, and they really had no other option. So that's one of my main critiques. I mean, there's a lot of critiques I could say about it, but nonetheless, I really did enjoy the research and the facts that she presented. I think they're so important for both man and woman to see. The most important kind of piece of information I got was how women are more and more increasingly getting, you know, college degrees and getting higher education, but are not stepping up to the plate. And out of, I think, the Fortune 500 companies, only like 13 of them are female CEOs, and so she's just telling women to go for the promotion. Overall, I think she has a good intention with the book, and I would like my future spouse to read this, but I'm sure there are a lot of other feminist or gender equality books written by people of color or people of the LGBTQ community. So if you have any of those recommendations, definitely write them down below, because you guys know I love to read. But yeah, I read this all in one sitting. It was that good to me. So, and it's also really funny. I think she's just a very quirky, witty woman, so I had to pick this up. So this month in my AM with Amy, I shared a little bit about how I struggle with saying no, and I always constantly say yes to everything. And I actually came across a TED Talk that pretty much hit home for all of the things that I was struggling with at the time, and it is the life-changing magic of not giving a fuck by Sarah Knight. The description of the TED Talk, it says, this TED Talk outlines her not sorry method to stop spending time you don't have doing things you don't want to do in her humorous talk. And she's a best-selling author of a book that is also based, or in correlation with this TED Talk, so I really want to read it, and I think I'll probably put that on my list next. I just want to say that my fuck budget has been doing a lot better these days. One podcast I want to share with you guys, and it's from the TED Radio Hour talk, I think, but it's called Manipulation, and I'll read the description. It says, "We think we're the ones who control what we see, read, think, and remember, but is that true? Who decides and who should decide?" Essentially, this podcast covers from erasing your memory, very eternal sunshiny, to the guys in Silicon Valley and how a small cohort of people is basically controlling the entire world through social media. And it talks about eyewitness testimonies and how you can really change your memory. And I'll be honest with you, this podcast was not only enlightening and informing, but it also kind of made me feel like shit afterwards, because it just made me rethink the world. Well, I think I'm just sensitive to that kind of stuff. So if you would like to hear more about that, definitely check out this podcast. It's about an hour long, so I just played it while I was doing errands and like running around the house. This is my wild card favorite. I have a problem with spending a lot of money on coffee, like $7 on a coffee or $7 on a smoothie, when I can just make it at home for probably less than $1. Even though I continue to make it at home, I find that I don't enjoy as much without a plastic cup and a plastic straw. And it sounds so ridiculous. I just want to feel like I'm holding, that nice plastic cup, like as if I bought it from a nice artisanal hipster coffee shop. And I know it sounds really dumb, but I one day just decided to rewash or just wash one of my little containers from the coffee bean and tea leaf, and I like it because it's a massive one. But I've just been rewashing this and pouring whatever I make into my blender in here, and my coffee I've been putting in here, and it's also great for on the go, and I just reuse it. I just keep rewashing it, and I know I should probably get a metal straw or a BPA-free tumbler, but honestly, even the tumbler would make me feel like I'm eating it from home, and it would get rid of the experience. So even though this is probably not the healthiest, I do think that it's kind of environmental friendly, because I'm not spending so much money on $7 coffee and plastic. So if you're kind of like me and you struggle and you want to save money, brew your own coffee at home and then just put it in here, after you ice it and stuff. My friend was like, "Oh, coffee bean and tea leaf makes kale smoothies," and I was like, "No, I made this kale smoothie myself and poured it in here." But it's a really good money saving hack, especially if you just like the experience. But my favorite artist of the month has been Yellow Days, and his name is George Van de Broek, and he's actually 17 years old, which is wild. If you like King Cruel, which is so what he reminds me of. He reminds me a lot of King Cruel. My two favorites are Your Hand Holding Mine, and also the video and the visuals are just so cool. I would love to create a video like that. And second is That Easy, and that's just more of like my uplifting, cruising in traffic and dancing around in my underwear type of song. I really like Yellow Days. I think he's still relatively underground, so if you give him some love, definitely let him know I sent you, because I think he's one talented boy. Man, I don't know. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching this favorites video. I will see you in my next one. Bye! My main critique of this book is the lack of Whoa, hey Combs. Whoa, hey cutie. Okay. Oh, sorry, you can stay. You can stay, my baby. Oh. Okay. Essentially, this podcast, oh shit. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so
Hello, Kitty. Hello, Kitty. I love you. Why don't you love me? Why don't you love me?